like Curse of Strahd straight with my players, but they got it's they were I did a very good job in the sense that they were very scared of Strahd. The problem is when he invited them um
The
to
castle.
like negotiate in the castle. That is genuine, but my players took as a threat. And
To be
but
fair, it never said coming to
but
negotiate. We just received a letter saying Strahd is summoning you to the castle.
yeah, he invited you for dinner specifically.
Yeah, no,
And
that's a threat from a vampire, buddy.
sure, but this
Yeah,
is
that's what we all thought. It's like, oh shit, this is definitely not good.
this is the thing is in the book it says their minions, like Stride's minions, will pursue the party fiercely as long as they do not comply. So the party started having problems with that because every time they were trying to do something, some of the minions are also after them, so it's not great.
Man, dude, that's why you're supposed to like drop hints like, you know, guys.
I did. I did. Man, you don't know how many hints I draw.
Yeah.
But Pedro
All the
is
hints, man. I sure would like to have the party for dinner.
Yeah. Well, hold
I
on.
mean
Were you dropping actual hints or were you dropping like woman hints? Where it's
no
like,
actual hint. I'm like, guys, maybe this won't be that bad. Like maybe he wants to talk to you, and they're like, no, that would never happen. I'm like,
Yeah, I
bro,
thought
no,
you were
I'm
I'm
doing
telling
well.
you,
sorry.
it's
Maybe it
ha-
does.
yeah, no,
That
it's
sounds
like,
like the DM trying to egg us, trying to egg people on to do
and
something
then I
stupid.
said
Exactly.
like, and then I did the thing, guys. I'm not kidding. Maybe you should go visit it. It's like we have other things to do, and
Did
it's
you
like,
say it like
bro,
that? Did you say it like that?
yes,
Yeah.
Then yeah, no, that
Okay,
sounds
good to see someone's on my side, because that's exactly what I think.
no.
Jordan
The
telling a story
problem,
like them. I wouldn't believe it now that I know the story.
I mean, this is the thing is I did it a lot of ways. It's truly you guys didn't want to go there, and I was not going to force you. It made your lives harder. That was all.
Yeah. And then
What are
we
you
went
talking
and got
about?
ourselves killed.
Just talking about his
Uh,
game.
Okay,
yeah,
exactly.
runs of Curse of Strahd because I have ran Curse of Strahd once. I technically have the I bought the roll 20 thing even because
Wow.
yeah, it wasn't that expensive and it was a module that since it can change, it can be fun to run it multiple times. Especially since in the one I did with Pedro, they didn't succeed.
Yeah, there
There,
is technically a lot we didn't do.
yeah, I mean, like
True.
the thing is, their party specifically was pretty optimized to fight vampire. Like all of them were pretty strong, like build wise. It's just they, as a party, their decisions were questionable at best.
It was the thing that all of our characters, I believe, were young people that wanted to do good. So when we had that force, all of us were basically just always, second guessing. Cause like this may be a good plan, but everything in this world fucking kicks our ass. So we had uh,
Yeah,
self-esteem
like
issues.
yeah, it's the
Which, to be
thing
fair, in
where
Curse of Strahd,
they
everything
wanted
does kick your ass,
yeah, they wanted to fight the hags like in a straight fight.
and we did it like 3 times.
Mm.
So
None of them really
and
went well.
yeah, and because they did that three fights, it's time where people started getting more pissed and things kept going in the game, but they were not getting levels because of that, and they were not getting items because beyond some respect and some clues about how the world works, the witch fight doesn't really give you shit.
Mm.
Yeah, to be fair, the thing about Curse of Strahd really is finding the right information, because a lot of shit there is deadly for you. But there's either A, things that can make it easier, B, other things you can still do, or C, you just need to actually do it good.
Yeah,
The third
I
one is
mean,
usually the scariest because you can die.
this is the thing: is in the game of Curse of Strahd is a game is if your character is he's either punished for being too good or for the party being completely many of them were like stupid good kind of thing that didn't do them any favors.
Mm. So you had a bunch of lawful stupid people in your campaign. Got it.
Yeah,
No, they were not
except
lawful.
except chaotic stupid.
Then
They
that's
were
not good. That's just chaotic stupid.
I mean, the thing is, all they did was with good intention. It's just the result was what it was.
I think the best thing we did success wise was saving a girl that was being drowned in a lake.
Like they did, yeah. Like the leg part, they did good. They did good in a lot of the part. Like even the hags, like they fought the hags 3 times. That means they survived the hag 3 times. It's just that they have they kept clearly showing that they're going to attack Strahd, and then decided that at the dinner that would be the place to do their last hurrah and fight them when he knew where they would be. So inside of the room they were, there were also like two more. They had an ally with them, but he had like two vampires spawn in there with them. There was like a painting of him there that had the hypnotic pattern and counter spell. There's
Mhm.
and then like I think I didn't put it there because it was overkill because those two were enough. But there was technically an animated armor a couple rooms over. It's
Also,
just that they decided a very bad time to just like we're going all out
when
and
he says
died.
there was two vampire spawns, it's like one of his wives and like his right hand. So not just the it wasn't just the maid and the butler. No,
Sorry, it was one. It was one because they'd already killed one of them. One of them wasn't home, so it was the is fucking enforcer and one of his wives, and his fucking enforcer by himself is a challenge to the whole party.
yep.
And then the other part is they separated the people that did. They separated the healer. Pedro was the better healer of the party, and he straight up went to mano y mano Strahd while everyone else was dealing with the other two. So
Mm.
with the healer in the front line getting eaten by Strahd, like things weren't going to go great.
I was technically the second tank. The other tank was on the other corner, I believe.
So what happened? So I guess the real question that comes in with this one is, what the hell happened with Irina?
Oh, do you want to know? It's very depressive.
I do want to know because that actually does change drastically how well that campaign goes.
So this is the thing: is there's I took a, they went to Kresk, but I did take away the bullshit ending. I didn't have her soul leave with Sergey on the fountain. Never liked that ending. Doesn't make sense to me. And I told everyone, and everyone agreed with me. Wasn't a unilateral decision.
Doesn't that only happen if she gets captured by Strahd?
No, no, it happens if players bring her to Kresk and she goes specifically to that spot. She will see her beloved's image, and she will be essentially her soul will be released from the demiplane, but only hers.
Okay, I've never actually run Curse of Strahd. I've been in it, so I've never had that. I didn't have that happen. I
Y-
just knew there was the. I know that there was always the problem where he could get a hold of her, or if the players killed her, it was a problem.
Yeah,
We
it's. I mean, the reason why it's a problem if you play with Skiller is essentially it becomes Strahd being a coy little villain that will maybe kill you. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, gloves off. I see how it is, you motherfucker.
Yeah, we managed to get away with that because we had a player playing a changeling. Because we were playing fifth edition version.
Hmm.
A player playing a changeling, and so what we did was we had her had the real Irina hide away while the changing player pretended to be her the entire rest of the campaign.
I guess
Um,
that's a good way to keep her safe.
yeah, I'll. So, Irina in their game, Irina died of starvation.
Didn't you say she left the tower?
Oh, I mean, no,
I believe you did because the basically we left her in a safe place and said
so
you have food for
for
X
real.
time. If you don't come back in that time, assume we are dead.
Then, especially where it is, one of two things happened. She exited the tower and got killed, captured, or she stayed inside and died of starvation. Like there was no other end for that because you know the wizard tower that has the traps and shit.
Yeah.
They left her there to go to the dinner without any food.
We did left rations there. It
She
was
had
just wasn't.
5 days of food.
Yeah,
It
and
it,
like
it
and we
ran.
did. Hmm?
I know. I just like that it ran out. It ran out like the day you guys got to this castle strip.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
I mean, it's the thing is they were not in a good position.
I gotcha. Especially when you're being chaotic stupid. That's never a good
Eh,
way to play
And
on
it
the
was a thing.
spot.
One of the players there, which was me and Joe's friend, he was playing like the evil paladin. That was a simp. It
Oh
didn't help that instead of
yeah,
having like the evil voice that maybe could say the things that needed to be said, he's just said the most why the fuck should we listen to your things? Like for example, oh, it's not the first time I've tried human meat, as he eats egg pie.
to be fair, he didn't say that in front of you.
I'm pretty sure he did. Not
No,
directly, but I think he did do a comment. No, because that was the thing, Joe.
he might have
He ate
commented
the pie. He
later, but
told us he ate the pie, and later on, as we found out that it had humans, he did a comment about that.
I don't know if it was one of those Betanisms where it's supposed to be a joke out of character, but he didn't do it like that.
Maybe, but I do believe he basically we found out that the meat was human, and but Tina, unless it was supposed to be a joke that he never clarified, did basically just went, yes, of course it is, kind of deal.
His
So
whole
he didn't literally
character,
said I have tasted human, but he was okay with having eaten at least a human pie.
yeah, his whole character is he is in love with Tasha, like the witch.
You're talking about
Got
one
it.
of Tasha's subordinates.
No,
No, no, no,
Natasha.
no, no, no. I'm talking about one of Baba Yaga's daughters,
Oh,
Tasha.
I believe that happened because the book about her has just come out, and Batino was like, you know what? I want to make a character that likes her. I don't know why he decided that, but he did.
Yeah, but no, but because we talked about it, he didn't
We
seem to
all
make a
know the reason
reason.
he chose that.
Yeah. But yeah, like then would I was going to run like a couple games because we were preparing for another campaign, but I was basically preparing a couple games, which is essentially an epilogue for each of their stories. We only ended up doing one
Yeah.
What
because
epilogue could they have if they all died?
they all died, but they be
I became
you,
I became the spirit of a lake.
yeah. Do you know do you, so there's the dark powers, John? So the dark powers,
Who the
Jason.
fuck is John?
The
John
player
is
we
the
were with.
yeah, because that was a part of what I was going to say now. But essentially, Jason, there is as there's a bunch of places that they killed the villains off. I basically just fill them with their characters and what they would have eventually become as they have failed. The one we have done is essentially a fallen paladin. He failed on what he wanted. A fallen paladin of conquest. He failed on what he wanted to do, and he essentially he mostly became one of the revenants. He became another faction of the revenants there. It's just small things for to hold us over. It weren't very complicated. It was literally things to hold us over while the other campaigns were being done.
Yeah.
Also, one of the players wanted to leave because their whole thing is she just wanted to experiment with Curse of Strahd once. She didn't really wanted to participate in other campaigns with us,
Yeah.
which
Tragic.
is fair. I mean, it's fair. She told us at the start, so I wasn't thinking anything about it.
But yeah, my character became just a spirit of the lake, as I was a. I don't think it was the water genasi, but the other aquatic
Mm, yeah, yeah.
race, and I
No,
was a cleric.
you were a Trident.
Yeah, I was a trident cleric, so I just became a. I ended up becoming basically a spirit of the lake. I started to bless it basically.
Yeah, because the whole thing is they lost the bones, so I had to have some. I put there something else. Basically, the quest with his character was they would try to stop the infection of the lake that was killing the spirit. There's a lot of places like Curse of Strahd, and there's reason why it's so many people have made their own versions, just because it's a very malleable story.
Yeah, because it already is prepared to have differences. It's easier for you to just add your own.
Yeah,
And then they also just give you the things like the dark power, so that's just an entire other thing you can play with.
yeah.
Yeah, that is the only D&D module I technically ended. To be fair, the only other one I played was Minds of Phandelver, and even then I played that 3 times and I finished it 0 times.
Mine's is supposed to be a good one. I once started Tomb of Annihilation, but it was one session because it was on one of the summers where because nobody else at the time in our Saturday group at the times of day I could play during the week. So I kind of just did it myself.
Is your car back too?
None yet. The guy that is helping me, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. So I'm going there tired. Essentially, the guy was on vacation, so he wasn't even here to do it.
Uh,
He's my mechanic. The reason why, beyond being now a family friend, it helps that his mechanic shop is like no joke, like 3 feet away from my house.
how many feet is the car away?
A few
Like
more.
like 28, depending what I park. Oh, right now?
Yes. It was like 28. I'm like, it
Uh,
doesn't sound like that much
okay.
over.
Why didn't you just push it?
Yeah. I wish someone asked me that same question today, and the reason is unsurprisingly because that would only end in my car being destroyed. Um Specifically right now, I'm trying to calculate in miles. It's like 14 to 15 miles away. Is that correct? Maybe not.
I mean, say how many minutes of driving it is. That's probably easier.
Depends on
I
traffic.
mean, no. S- more or less actually. It's 14 miles. Yeah, more or less. I
Right.
was not that far off. It's slightly less. It's probably like 13 and a half miles.
Hey, Steven. Also,
Just
for that short a distance, I feel like you could have gone and got your car, like bring your brother, sit him in the front seat, put the keys in so that the thing unlocks,
the
and just push the fucking thing.
I mean, this is the problem. It is so it's in an incline,
That's always
and
fun,
it's
yeah.
yeah, and it's going up, and if it goes down, and it only goes one way, which is up. So that's not really an option.
That's fair. I was assuming you were on a flat road. It's
No.
always fun for it
If
to die on the flat plane. I'm gonna cough now.
Yeah. It's useful if you're already intending to go down because it's time save, but otherwise, yeah, it's just pain.
Yeah, I'm still so upset at myself.
Hope that showed up on stream. The me coughing so violently that the mic said, "Hey, you're muted." All right. Anything you want to say, Steven?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's resume suffering.
You never stop.
We never did. Pedro, either move so that you're not like partially off, or give
So
me
here's
an
the question.
acrobatics check.
The problem is falling, correct?
Yeah.
I have magical flight, meaning I can
But you're
float.
not currently flying.
Okay, that's what I need to ask, is if that needs to be technically activated or if you can just stay here.
Man, that would be the fucking lamest way to activate magical flying. Like the fucking,
Can I just
you're
move here?
1 foot's off the ground and you go, "Behold the power of wind magic!" Like fucking looking around. Like, isn't that
If I
cool?
can just move one up like I did, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do
I'm just saying you could just do that.
Okay.
Oh, says Stephan. Figure out when my computer was off earlier. Yeah. What's up? Stephen wants this reserved for prosperity. The power just went out. Cool.
Power just went out. Oh.
Well, that was off earlier. He can speak now, can't he? Hello, Stephen?
Maybe
He's
censored,
dead
I think it
forever now.
happened I think it's more it happened again.
He said that my computer was off earlier. Oh, the power just went out. Is that what he's trying to say? It's fascinating that he's still in call.
Sometimes this card takes a while to remove people.
Well, while he's getting on his phone or whatever, Joe, it's your turn, I believe, right?
Yeah, because I
Oh.
believe we stopped at the start of his turn.
Bye, Stephen.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we know
think
he's
basically
awake.
Ravana's turn.
You know he's awake, so he'll be coming back.
Maybe he just hates us.
So
Never.
yeah, that is a possibility. Okay, because this is the thing, I need to re-up both the songs. So that's gonna be my turn. The fast healing 4 and now the +5, no longer +6.
No!
Here
Right,
in
I
the
need to go
dark.
change that.
Stephen says I'm just sitting here in the dark. Oh my god. Poor man.
He's invisible.
Okay.
Sure, but
I'm surprised he's not
It's-
joining the call on his phone.
Maybe he hates us.
just a little bit.
Consider the following. He hates us.
But what is? No, Kieran. Steven said he loved me.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never lie like it to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what you doing,
Okay.
Scrivens here?
Oh yeah. Right. We wanted to take care of Nebu first, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
We are thinking of trying to throw them off the map.
yeah. I'll leave
Something
that
I'll try and help
you
doing.
guys. Instead, Nebu didn't have spell resistance, right?
He did not.
Yeah, because he's not a Rakshasa.
He's human.
Yeah.
He's an old guy.
Well, move a bit. 5 foot float on over this way. So Nebu's still in the mist, but I'm not next to him now. And I will roll for stealth. Actually, before I do that, if sickening, awful rolls. Okay. Stealth.
Right?
Yeah. And then I will cast Storm of Blades again.
Against
Nebu. All these are going towards Nebu because we want him gone.
All right. Don't get your.
That's a shame. +9, +5, +4, +1.
Like we need that
Unfortunately,
pause music for some stretches of silence, yeah, Joe.
I was just saying, unfortunately, that's one of those that I can't really put to the bonus without knowing.
Would it matter if can you see through the
The ash, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because you could also see through the storm, not on the
Hit.
sand.
That first one, I don't know if it'll matter, but it's too high.
The what? What the first one?
The
Too
first
higher?
one's too high.
No, but the second one hit.
Yeah.
Third one hit.
Okay. 3d6 +5
It's a shame Pat never answered me about if his character would try and fly into the storm.
I don't think. I think what it says is that he didn't have fly, or at least he thought so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
I think I
It's
remember
something about
commenting
that,
something about it.
you wouldn't
Didn't we
seek it
cast
out.
Mass?
Hmm?
Didn't we cast Mass Fly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he still
that's
has
why I
it on
believe
him.
he mentioned something like that, but he was wrong about it. Either that, or I'm just confusing with what we said because I don't remember exactly what he mentioned.
Okay. +5 +1. That's not what okay. Slashing 2 and 3.
All right. Insane.
They have a lot of health for fucking fakes bosses.
I'm
So
sure they're real.
who should I try and throw into the? I'll call it void, even though it's full of colors.
Probably the one that's firing the laser.
Good point.
Hey, you're gonna want him gone
So I guess
for
David,
your
because we
own
were
benefit.
mentioning,
It,
you allow
it's
us.
I was gonna say it's mostly because like also if someone fails a save on disintegration, there's nothing to do.
Yeah. So
So true.
I believe I can try and do a drag, and is a drag I move them 5 per. Yeah, 5 per every 5 I succeed, or is it up to my speed?
Isn't it a drag when you're moving with them?
You can
Yes.
fly.
Yeah, I'll just fly,
I
drag him
think
off the
he's
edge, and drop him.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Let me go check.
Degenerate tactics.
Let me see.
You
So
can also
drag
you can also
is.
technically you can also technically fly somewhere and then grapple him at a distance to drop him.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because
I
I'm gonna
think
check and drag. Yeah, it's a thing for every 5 I beat, I move them 5. I'm better off just moving like uh here, and I believe I'm within range to do that to him.
Yeah, you can grapple him from there.
I guess technically it's 20, so I need to be one closer. Unless I don't know if diagonals count for this, but I can also just move here and I'll just drag him here, which
Okay.
that one is just the range of my bite. So yeah, I'm just going to try and drag this motherfucker. Not
So
drag,
it's so
grapple.
it's a grab and drop. They'll probably get a reflex save, but it's better than nothing.
So I don't think the song applies to this.
it's
This
much
is
better.
technically not an attack, right?
It is.
Oh, it is.
Specifically, all CMB things are considered an attack.
Oh, nice.
It's stated for both invisibility and things that give bonuses to attacks.
I got a 50 to grab him.
Hacker.
Oh, he's
You're
technically
gonna.
going to be floating though. I just
Maybe next
realized.
time you should
Yeah.
consider not cheating.
I mean, he floats over solid things. That's
Oh yeah,
not
true. So he
solid.
should technically go down until it's something solid.
If he just hovers over it,
Yeah, he's supposed to be 1 foot off the ground, so eventually he'll hit the ground. I don't know, however many hundreds of feet we are above safe haven.
All right. So you grappled him over.
do you let him
And
go?
then
Which
I
is
then
weird
let
because
him go.
technically
Yeah.
you should just go here, shouldn't he?
I mean, I don't know. Can you choose?
Go to the
I think
nearest
just
square.
the closest square, yeah.
Yeah. So just do that.
I mean, they're both the same distance, so they're equidistant as per the game.
True.
I mean, what we do with the grapple thing is already really stupid because of the way grapple's worded, I think, right?
I mean, that's fair. It
No way, grapple's worded weird in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That's before we even get to the goddamn flow charts. So many flow charts.
Let me confirm the wording. So,
Because before
move
Jason
that criminal
brought it
an
up.
adjacent open space.
Yeah, because before Jason brought it up, I just assumed they were in the same space. Because you can reach there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also just noticed that it has the move part where if I try to move them, I can up to, I believe, half my speed? Or no? Yeah, I can move him up to half my speed, and if I try to place him in a bad place like a wall of fire or a pit, he gets a free attempt to save with a +4. I mean, I guess technically that would work better because I was at range to attack him, and I could have tried to move him here, and then he would have to save himself. But yeah, but grapple does not specify that it needs to be the closest one.
By the way, question: why didn't you just bite him?
To what?
Grapple him.
Because your bite has a
Because
grapple.
dragons don't have that.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'm used to your normal form.
Yeah, if it was my
Yeah.
normal form, yeah, I would have done that. But yeah, this is a dragon form. It doesn't get the free grapple and bite.
Alright, I'm gonna give Steven time to either answer my question or come back in or one of those things. Shame that shit keeps happening, huh?
Yeah. Um.
Because, I mean, Steven's not gonna be able to come in at all. It has to table it again, right?
Yeah, it's fairly detrimental, especially because we also already lost Pat, another of our main DPS.
I mean, it's the thing,
Yeah.
unless someone can use his character, yeah, but waiting for 3 weeks will probably cause other problems.
Yeah, especially in the middle of combat.
Yeah. We forget half of the mechanics and half of the buffs we have on.
Yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
chilling. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, like, I mean, this is the thing. The problem is we don't know what he had left. Because if
I
we
think we can
knew,
scroll up and see, because I think we only had
no,
one turn.
okay, Pedro. Do you know what maneuvers he has still ready?
Sorry, oh yeah, sorry. You
I mean,
said
doesn't
what
he
he
use
still
like the
has, so I wouldn't...
same one every turn, or somehow manages to
No,
do something?
I think he does 2 or 3 of them.
he gets gambits to get them back, but the thing is, already had to spend one of the rounds. He didn't do any damage because he had to spend it just getting things back.
And then it would still be a lot added.
Yeah, I think the
Impressive is the Path of War thing he has, right? The lightning or whatever. He moves 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Or things hit him.
oh, right, the lightning is a 9th level spell. You're thinking of go with the flow, I believe
Yeah.
it is.
Go with the flow, yeah.
It just seems like if you're
Some other
fighting.
dumb name.
It just seems like if you're fighting any non-Path of War class, they lose. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Path of War
That's
wasn't made to be
the point.
fair.
Yeah.
We've very much seen this.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
just, giving a negative level because it hit you once without a save.
that is the thing.
Yeah.
Our only
I mean,
or
that's normal for negative levels to not
Yeah.
give a save.
yeah, it's innervation.
That's
It's
the
just
fact-
along the lines that
But
it's
the
something
fact-
that marshals never get.
It's the fact that Pat gets an infinite amount of them.
Yeah, he just needs to do something to recover the maneuver, which, yeah, some have more details, but you can still do
vampires.
it in a row a few times. Not not
Ugh.
probably fully in a row, but
I mean,
close.
it's the thing is, I mean, this is the thing. I can't fully call it because the the thing is I can't fully evaluate the power because it's very strong. Like don't get that wrong, but I can fully evaluate because of the limit breaks also take it to a new level.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
also the case of like there are some things that are just like, I mean, this isn't a good argument, but some things can be straight up just immune to energy drain, or shit like Shabtis can have fucking resistance towards it,
Not resistance, they
but
just don't suffer the don't
penalties.
suffer them.
That's
They
it.
can just die still if it reaches there.
I
Yeah,
mean that they also have resistance measures, they have pluses against it.
I thought that was against that effects, not drain.
And drain effects.
yeah, but
yeah, it's
those saves only matter for like temporary, and so it doesn't stick. Not so like not anything that really fucking matters in that sense.
yeah. Like I was saying, if like when you saying the limit breaks bring it to level, yeah, Joe, D mod. Steven suggests Path of War because if it's the RPG, mod's going to be harder later. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, individually, Path of War tacked on. Anyone not running a Path of War class suffers.
Yeah, I mean this is the thing. Even like this is the thing. Without unlimited mana, I do believe for casters, like there would be no reason to have casters in this game.
Yeah, I would be a
Just
much worse character if I did not have the
yeah,
amount of spells I had right now.
you just play Narcanist for that.
I would be in hell. I do believe.
Now that's later on.
I could say you're welcome, but also the fact that it eats one of your precious limit break slots.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's a tax to be able to play a caster, which casters aren't very used to having. Well, not in such a great degree, I suppose. There are taxes for casters, but like
I mean this is the
marshals
thing.
get taxed way heavier
Yeah,
all the time.
marshals would always be like the single target damage machine. It's just that there's as Steven has showed with many things. Here, marshals also are the AoE. Marshals can also be the whatever. It doesn't really matter. Marshals can do everything in Path of War. At the only like the only things spells have now is utility. That's it. That
Yeah.
is the only thing that they have over Path of War.
Well, don't worry. I get to when we level up, I'll get to shit on Path of War and do 9 attacks a turn. That'll
Yeah.
eventually ramp up to 15.
I mean, at that point, I just imagine Steven doing 20.
Yeah, probably. But like, eh. The point
Probably,
is
but they
that
don't talk about
like
it.
sneak attack will be stupid too if I add it to fucking 9 attacks.
Yeah, this is the command to play stupid characters. I I'm playing utility because I like it. I always like playing utility. It gives me something to do always. And while I like my issue as a bard, and I love having the bonus and making the party better, man, I don't do anything in combat. And
Bunch of
man, this
freaking
game is a
bobos.
lot of combat.
Bunch of freaking bobos. Yeah, but I mean, remember, we talked about D-Mod, they said they wanted a really high power combat game.
Oh no, fully get like and this is the thing. My issue his high power. What he does his high power. That's not up to discussion here. The
That would
issue
be
is
useful.
I don't do anything. Me, Joe, the player, I'm not doing anything during fights. Especially
Yeah.
because all of the bard spells that are about like confusing enemies and shit, that doesn't work or nothing.
I was gonna say that confusion works on a lot of things. That things you think it will work on will also fucking eat shit in like 2 rounds because the party does 1,000 damage per round.
Yeah, so there's no point. Like I prefer to play a wizard and do like some walls of ice or some walls of fucking force to stop enemies from escaping or do or basically be the Nebu's worst nightmare, rather than +6 to everyone, and I'll talk to you next week because I've done my job.
Fucking. The way you say that makes me think of Konosuba and Aqua, where she's buffing the main character with spells. Where he's like, better speed, more strength, versatile performer, and he's just like, what the hell was that last one? And then when he's infiltrating the mansion, he's capable of doing perfect impressions of people's voices.
Uh,
So I'm just imagining, you just buff up the party, and then you go, alright, I'm gonna take this comically large alcohol bottle, and I'll be at the mansion. I've done my job.
I mean, it's more like Megumin's, like, cast explosion. What do you do? What do you mean? What do I do? I've done my job.
I've
Like-
cast explosion. The counter should be done. You're the one who did everything wrong. If it's not.
Cast explosion, you miss. Well, guys, I'm done.
Well, just to bring up the fact that I watched Konosuba, the fucking last season, they even had another monster where her explosion doesn't kill it. So instead, she goes to the lake every day to cast explosion to harass it.
Yeah.
They're all awful people.
Fucking funny to me.
Oh no, it's funny as shit. They're all awful people. The best of them is a pervert. The best of them technically is a rogue, but
I was gonna say, isn't Kazuma like the rogue? I know his
I'm not-
class is adventurer.
I'm not
I mean,
referring
yeah.
to him. I'm referring to the disguise.
Talking about Chris,
Yeah.
the thief, but also you say the best of them, and then you bring up like the best of them, the god. No, the other one.
Correct. That is exactly my point. The other one, because God knows it's not the first one. That's like the worst of them.
So, are we not playing today?
Maybe not.
We might.
I'm waiting for Stephan to see if he gets his internet back, or respond to that comment at least.
Okay.
Yeah, we're truly just waiting on Steven to see if he gives any sign of life. If not, then no, just unfortunately not.
Yeah,
No, I'm asking. I've lost the plot of the conversation, so I'm gonna head over to sleeping, and you guys let me know.
Okay.
all right. Well, I'll call it then. Well, mark this one as session 61.5, so that people can fucking mark it off if the half a round that happened.
In 3 weeks, we're probably dead.
Yeah.
No, we'll be fine.